Here goes Bob, the internet director at Peruzzi, and this is the team. And we basically just had a 2-hour appointment blitzkrieg for that $100 bill and another $100 bill that's still in Bill Finicauer's pocket. Okay, we're gonna start from down here and go through. How many appointments did you make in 2 hours?
Hold on, that one. 5.
You made 5 appointments? Okay, are they confirmed?
They are.
Okay, so 5 appointments. Do you know how many attempts that you try to do?
I don't know between the 2 hours.
You don't know how many phone calls?
Not between those 2 hours.
Okay, what do you have total for today?
It's like 140 something.
So 140 phone calls today already, and it's only, what, 3 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay. How many appointments did you make?
2.
Made 2 appointments. How many phone call attempts?
49.
49 phone call attempts. Okay. Now, how many appointments did you make?
None.
You made no appointments, but how many phone calls did you attempt?
Approximately 68.
Approximately 68 phone call attempts. Okay. How many appointments did you make?
3.
You made 3 appointments. Okay. How many phone call attempts?
About 70
About 70
in the last 2 hours.
in the last 2 hours. In the last 2 hours. Okay. How many phone call attempts?
About 80.
You made 80 phone calls in 2 hours.
Yes.
How many appointments you make?
1.
You made 1 appointment. How many?
About 75 phone calls and 5 or 6 appointments.
Is it 5? Is it 5 or 6?
It is 5 or 6. Should I say?
Yeah.
6.
It's 6.
Yes.
Okay, it is. So, who do you deem as the winner here? You gotta call it.
Deem it?
Yeah. Who's the?
Nicole Bishop.
Okay, so you won. Now here we go. Can you go and pick up your $100 bill? You gotta get it on the wall. So this is like so real.
Hold it up next to you. Smile big for the
Hold
camera.
on. There you go. So you won a $100 bill. How does it feel to win $100 cash?
That's
Okay,
awesome.
you'll feel even better when you get the other $100 cash from Bill Finicauer, right?
Yes, I will.
Okay, good. Now, what I want you to do is, now let me tell you what just happened. Take this. All right, everybody, this is really important. Do you have any idea why I did this? Guys, you know why I did this? Yes, to prove a point. I basically went in my pocket for $100 cash in mine. I went in Bill's pocket for $100 cash. You basically made 6 appointments. How many? 3. 9.
27 total.
You made 27 appointments in 2 hours. Okay, wait a minute. 27 appointments in 2 hours, and how many phone call attempts did you make? I think there was like a 50,
It's probably
80,
70 on average.
70 on average. And just so,
So
that you
420
know,
calls.
this is my notes, just so they see there's no BS right here. They all saw me. I made 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 32 phone calls. And what I did is I went to all active. I went to the oldest leads that were from 190 days ago, brain damage leads. But I went in, I did that. Plus I did 2 or 3 TOs and spoke to customers, 3 TOs. And we have 2 tentative appointments out of them. Both were yours. The first credit person and that one right there, correct?
Oh no, she's definitely coming in.
Oh, she's definitely coming in. So that's a 1 tentative and 1 definite appointment coming through. And then I had a customer that wasn't happy that I tried to get him in all the way from Jersey Dry in 1.5 hours, but it was what it was. So now, here's the downside to this. I wanted to kind of just share with you. Do you know in the month of November, last month, how many phone calls this department averaged per coordinator? In an entire day. 81. 81 phone calls in an 8-hour day. What we did is we took the 12,000 and change, divided it by 25 working days, divided by 6 coordinators, and basically you guys did 81 phone call attempts for an entire month. So how is it possible that you could do 70 phone calls in 2 hours, or you could do 40 phone calls in 2 hours, or what have you, but yet it takes 8 hours to just do 80 phone call attempts? And remember, I'm the trainer. I'm listening to you guys. I'm doing TOs. Doing other things than pounding the phones for the appointments. I know I can't win my own money. I mean, that was going to go to one of you guys, but I still made 35 to 37 attempts.
32.
32 attempts. Sorry.
That's all right. That's okay.
So 32 attempts, which is 15 real phone calls. There should be no reason why any of you guys cannot hit 120 phone calls in a day. Am I correct with that? No, I want you on camera because you're going to have to rewind this YouTube tape. Is that correct?
Yes.
There's
that
no
is totally
reason.
correct.
What about you?
You're right.
You just won the $200, so you would need
right.
to be the poster child, you know what I mean, for 120. What about you?
Yep.
Okay, go over here.
Absolutely.
Okay, now, did that seem easier than normal, or did that seem realistic what we did? It's realistic. And again, for you, you got 0 appointments. It's not your fault. Sometimes you get 6 appointments, you know, in a 2-hour period. Sometimes you don't. It's the luck of the draw.
But
Don't
it'll
get-
even itself out over time.
It would absolutely even itself out. Now, I want to close on one other thing. Do you know how many units you guys delivered? 75 units, right? And if we're saying that the goal is 120 phone calls, you only did 80. What's that, about 40 off, correct?
Yes.
Okay. 40 off is about 1/3.
It's 67% productivity.
Okay, so if we did another 33%, how many more units would we have sold?
25.
We were at 25 more units. 25 more units. Now, here's the other thing is I have another contest. I just gave you $200 cash just for a 2-hour thing. I am also going, you know, to give somebody else $1,000 cash. Maybe at this dealership, maybe at another dealership. $1,000 cash out of my pocket. You know what I mean? Why? Because I'm trying to show you can do this. You just saw this. So there's no reason why one of you guys can't win the $1,000, you know, cash. Again, you guys are my oldest client. You guys have been like with me for almost 7 years now. You know, I've been working with Bill. So I got mad love for the store. If you guys don't get the $1,000 cash, that has nothing to do with anybody but yourselves here. Would you agree? All right, so again, congratulations. Don't feel upset or anything. I'm proud of you. I'm glad that you all can do it. So this is a good thing. I wanted to show you that you can do it. You know what I mean? All right, so you can do it.
And here's the thing that when you think about it, you don't have to put me on tape.
I am going to.
But you know, if you divide
Good content.
If you divide 120 by 8, it's far less than any of you did in the last 2 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So even if, when you think about, when you listen to him on the surface, and he's talking about going into 6411 and dialing 911 and looking up names backwards, sideways, upside down, go on Google, go to Twitter, go to Facebook, go here, you're like, I don't have time for that. But if you can concentrate on the phones and do 80, 70, 75, 50, nobody here did less than 25 calls in any of the 2 hours, right? So
Nobody.
if you take 120 and divide it by 8, and even pace yourself. Rip out those 10 calls, right? Or however many it is, you know, 15 calls in an hour, right? Rip them out and then spend the rest of the time doing research on bad emails or emails only for the rest of that hour. Then pump yourself up again and do another 15 calls. Rip them out and then spend the rest of the time researching. And when you think about it, the time is there. It really comes down to again, the motivation. Everybody's, you know, emotions kind of go up and down in the course of their life, and we understand that. But what he's trying to prove here and what he showed here in living color and in glaring terms is that 120 is not impossible by any stretch of the imagination.